Hello friends, my name is Pushpalata Girish Dhanokar and I am your science teacher. So today we are going to study about the standard 6 first lesson, that is natural resources, air, water and land. Okay. So let us see that. Here you can observe a picture. In that picture you can observe that some things are in a water, some are on land and some are in the sky, that means in air. From this we can say that all living things on the earth are associated with air, water and land. Air, water and land are called the Earth's atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithospheres respectively. That means spheres of the Earth. Moreover, different living things occupies these three spheres of the Earth. So, biospheres. Uh, these living things and the part of the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere which they occupy are together called the biosphere. These spheres have formed on the earth's eventually. That means these all living things and the part of the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere which they occupy all together, we can say that this is the biospheres. Okay. Next is let us see the details in the biospheres, the layers of the biospheres. That is, first one is atmosphere. The atmosphere is the layer of the air that surrounds the earth. We know that the layer of the earth that surrounds us, okay, that is called atmosphere. The surface of the earth comprises water and land, that is hydrosphere and lithosphere. Of this, the hydrosphere, in that figure you can observe that water occupies 71% of the earth and land occupies 29% of the earth. That means the hydrosphere occupies a much larger part than the lithosphere. We also look upon these natural components in solid, liquid and gaseous form as resources. In other words, we use them to fulfill our requirements. Here a natural component means what? A natural component means what? All the things that are available in nature. That means that things are available in nature or naturally. So this is the natural components and that we use to fulfill our basic needs. Next, from this we can say that a definition of natural resources, that is air, water and land, are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth and for fulfilling their basic needs. They are called natural resources. That means air, water and land and all the things that it contains, okay, that we use that things necessary for all the living things in this earth, so they are called natural resources. That means that air, water and land, okay, these are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth. That means these factors are necessary for every living world or every living things, okay, and for fulfill our basic needs. Therefore the air, water and land are called as a natural resources. This is the definition. Now let us see that all detail part, that is that air, water and land in detail. Okay, let us see. So what are the 5 layers of the atmosphere? Can you recall? The earth's atmosphere, here you can observe the 5 layers of the atmosphere. That means troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere, etc. Okay, so these are the 5 layers of the atmosphere. So air in the atmosphere around the earth contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, 6 inert gases, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapors and dust particles. Air is a mixture of several gases and is the chief constituents of Earth's atmosphere. Here you can observe a figure. In that, from that figure we can say that a 78% that air contains a 78% nitrogen, then 21% oxygen, and other gases are less than 1%, that means 0.07%. Okay, then argon contain a 0.9% and carbon dioxide contain a 0.03%. From this figure we can say that air is a mixture of several gases, and beside these gases air also contains water vapors and the dust particles. Okay, the amount of gases in the air is the greatest near the surface and decreases as we go higher and higher from the surface. That means we know that there are the five layers of the atmosphere. Okay, and amount of gases in the air is greatest near the surface, and as we go higher and higher from the surface, the air becomes rare at the higher altitude. Okay, that means it becomes a very less. Okay, that means it goes away from the surface of the earth. So this is all about the air. Now in that as we discussed, there are several gases are present in the air, or air is the mixture of the several gases. So let us see what are the uses of these gases. First one is nitrogen. Nitrogen helps living things to build the necessary protein. It is useful in the production of ammonia and in airtight packaging of foodstuffs. The next one is oxygen. We know that what is the use of oxygen. All living things requires oxygen for their respiration. Okay, and for combustion also. Next one is carbon dioxide. Plants use it for producing their food, use in fire extinguisher. That means plants use for making their food. This carbon dioxide plant is used, okay, for making their foods in the process of, you know that, photosynthesis. Then next one is argon. Argon used in electric bulbs. Then helium, used for obtaining low temperature and also for generating lift in the airship. That means the helium is used in the aircraft, okay, aeroplanes. Then neon, used in the decorative lights and for street lighting. In festivals we use the decorative lights. So in the decorative lights the neons are used. Then kryptons, used in fluorescent tubes. Then xenon. Xenon is used in a flash photography. Next one is what? Always remember, the living world on the earth is sustained due to balance between various gases and other constituents of the air. So the living world on the earth is sustained. What is the meaning of sustained? It can live. Okay, the living world on the earth live due to what? The balance between various gases and other constituents of the air. As we studied, or we know that air is the mixture of the several gases. Okay, and in this mixture the gases have a fixed proportion, as we discussed the proportion also. That means the percentage of the gases are fixed in the air. So this living world on the earth is live due to what? Balance between the various gases and the other constituents of the air. That means in that air the percentage of the gases are the fixed. That means it is not more or less it can required. Okay, the atmosphere is a very important filter. It allows the light and the heat of the sun to reach the earth, which is necessary for life, but it prevents the harmful elements from reaching the earth. And it is in the atmosphere that fog, clouds, snow and rain are produced. So always remember that. Okay, now next is, here in the slide you can observe three pictures. Okay, so what is similarity in the three pictures, or just you can tell that in first picture what is given, second what is given, and the third what is given. Let us discuss. Okay, in first picture, the chimneys of the factories, there are shown the chimneys of the factories. Second one is what, vehicles giving out or produce gases. Then in third one, what, the forest fires. Okay, so what is similarities in the pictures? All the above pictures show large scale emission. Emission was what is the meaning of emission? Emission means what, giving out or producing. Okay, emission of smoke through different agencies. This smoke directly mixes with the atmosphere, disturbing the balance between the constituent of the air, and this is called air pollution. That means we know that in the air there is the fixed proportion, there are the fixed proportion of the several gases which are present. Okay, and if this balance is disturbed, okay, that means they cause the air pollution. And what are the reasons for disturbing the balance between these gases? So here given some examples, that is that chimneys of the factories, that means chimneys of the factories, then smoke giving out from the vehicles, and the harmful gases releases from the that forest fires. So all these smokes, or we can say harmful gases, mix in the air, and due to this the balance, they disturb the balance between the constituent of the air, and this is only called the air pollution. Okay, harmful gases, as we discussed, harmful gases are given out. So which are the harmful substances released in the air through combustion of the fuel? Here given, the nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide and soot. So these are the harmful substances which are released in the air through the combustion of the fuels. Okay, combustion means what, burning of the fuels. So here all about the air pollution and the air. Next one is the most important part of the lesson, that is ozone layer, the protective shell. There is a layer of the ozone, okay, O3 gas in the lower part of the stratosphere. Ozone gas is not directly useful for the survival of the living things, yet it is very important for living things to have this layer of ozone at a high altitude around the earth. Here you can see, or you can observe in the picture, where is that ozone layer is present in between the troposphere and the stratosphere. That means lower part of the stratosphere, ozone layer is present. Okay, the ozone gas absorb the UV rays which are released from the sun. Okay, and the life on the earth is protected, and hence the ozone layer is called as the protective shell of the earth. Or here you can see, you can observe the another one picture in the slide, that earth, okay, and one umbrella. Okay, that umbrella is looks like a ozone layer. Okay, or we can say the umbrella is protect to the earth. That means earth is protected by this umbrella, and that umbrella is nothing but the ozone layer. Why it is called as a protective shell? Because the ultraviolet rays coming from the sun are very harmful for the living things. Okay, and that ultraviolet rays are absorbed by this layer. Hence, the ozone layer is called as the protective shell of the earth. The ozone layer is destroyed if chemical gases like carbon tetrachloride or the chlorofluorocarbon used in the air conditioner and refrigerators mix with the air. How it is destroyed, or how ozone layer is destroyed? If the chemical gases like carbon tetrachloride and chlorofluorocarbon which are present in the air conditioners and the refrigerator are mixed in the air, and due to this the ozone layer is destroyed. Okay, so for creating the awareness of this ozone layer, the importance of this ozone layer, the 16th September is celebrated as Ozone Protection Day all over the world. Now here we stop. That is our first part of the lesson. In that we discuss about the natural resources and the first natural resource, that is air. Now write down your homework. What is your homework? The first one is, why it is said that the ozone layer is the protective shell of the earth. As we discussed, you have to write that in a HW. Okay. Second one question, which are the harmful substances released in the air through combustion of fuel? And third question, define biosphere, natural resources, air pollution. So these all three questions you have to write in HWs. Thank you. Stay safe and stay home.